A very good morning, class. In this class, let me begin by creating a new slide, and I will be focused on slide transition and animation. So we have discussed in the last class about the home tab, that we can have the new slide, and or maybe to duplicate a slide, or we can choose the layout and so on. So to change the size of the font, to make it bold or italics or to underlined, or to change the color of the font or the text. And today, by creating a small or a short presentation, I will be focused on slide transition and animation. Alright, so for this particular tutorial, let me choose a layout of this, and I will give any topic. Alright, so for the time being, let me choose a topic, let's say music. Right, so we have the heading as the music, and then in the for example, if you look here, click to add text. So by default is given in the bullet. We have discussed about the last class about bullets and numbering. So by default it displays here in the bullet form. So let me just use this. So now by looking at the title music, I will write anything about music. So for example, I will write music is a sweet sound that produce by musical instrument. Right, music can heal. Let's see, music can heal. Then say music can transform. Okay, so I have 3 points regarding with the music. Now in case if you want to go to the next slide, like we have discussed in the last class, that I'll simply go to the home tab and then go to the new slide. Either you want to duplicate or you want to keep new slide. For example, if I want to keep a new slide, so I will just click on the new slide, then I'll get this. So now let me write something, types of music. Right, types of musics. So we have say we have rock music, then we have metal, then we have pop, then we have blues, then we have country, and so on. Right, then again let me simply, because I have finished the types of music, I want something regarding the music. Let me simply again click here, getting the new slide. Let me just write here evolution. Okay, evolution of music. So evolution of music. Now for example, if I don't want to bullet anymore, I'll simply go to the numbering. I will click here, I choose any one of this. For example, if I want this form, I'll just click here, I'll get that. Okay, so evolution of music, first in, say, in 1950s we have the, say, country music. Yeah, I'm not very sure of this. And maybe 1969 we have rock music. Then say 1970s we have metal, and then we have I'll not write everything. Okay, this is, for example, we have pop music, then we have say we have hip hop, and so on, right? So these are the three slides that I have created just for example. Now what I wanted to focus in this slide is about the transition, right? So when you finish to create your slide, now you will go to the transitions. So transitions are the special effects that you will apply to the slides in each one of the slides before you change to the next slide. Now for example, by default it is none. So now let us simply, okay, by default it is none. Now if you go to the slideshow, this is how you will before you present your presentation, you will go to the slideshow, right? Now by default this is the screen where you can see your slide, right? Now for example, if you go to the slideshow, you will get these options. Now either you want to display it from the beginning or you want to display it from the current slide. So now for the time being, let me just choose and display it from the beginning. So if I do this, what happens is that when I click this, you will get your slide in the full screen. So now by default nothing is happening, right? So either you want to click with your mouse or you want to press with your down arrow key from your keyboard to go to the next slide. Now if I press the down arrow key from the keyboard, you will get the next slide. So this is the next slide. Again, if you finish to present about this slide, then if you want to go to the next slide, again you will press the down arrow key, right? Or simply by clicking from your mouse. If I click, you will get the next slide. Now when you finish to present this, you will go to the next slide. But in our case we have only 3 slides, therefore we come to the end of the slide. Now what is happening if I choose this slide and go to the transition? When I click on the transition menu or when I click on the transition tab, I will get these options. So by default it is none. Now in case if I want this, I will click this, you will see there is some special effect in your slide. Now for the first slide, maybe I'll choose this. Now for the second slide, I will choose the second slide, okay, by clicking on the second slide. Then maybe I wish to have this, okay. These are the special effects, or maybe we call it the slide transitions. Now the next slide, I will click on this, and then maybe the next slide I wish some other things, so I will click on this. Now we will see what is happening if I go to the slide show, right? Before, I hope you remember, before when we have not applied the slide transition, and now when we apply the slide transition, what is happening? So when I click on the slideshow, what I get, either I want to, like again from the current slide or maybe from the beginning, I'll click on this. Now you'll see there is some special effect that before you present your slide, right? So this is slide number 1. I applied that, so I get that that effect. So now when I click, if I wish to go to the next slide, by clicking with your mouse or by press your down arrow key, you will get this, right? This is known as the slide transition. Now the next one, you'll get this. So that is the slide transition, right? So by default you'll have that. Now you can also control with the speed of the slide. For example, if I want the speed of the slide of number 1, okay, by default it is 2.00, and also you can have you can apply some sound. Okay, let us keep for the first slide as it is. Now the second slide, I will click on the second slide. Now I will choose this slide to be, say, 1. Okay, let me see, let me choose as 5. Okay, this is in second. All right, let me choose the sound as well. Let me choose the sound as hammer. Then the third slide, okay, you can see the speed as well. Let me choose this, the third slide. Let me click the speed of the slide displayed as, say, 8. All right, then let me choose some other sound like a wind. Okay, so see, it's very slow now because I've given 8. All right, so you can control the speed of the transitions by going to the speed, and you can choose a sound if you wish. Otherwise you can simply go to the sound and then click as no sound. In case if you want any sound, you can simply choose any one from this, right? So now what is happening is that when I go to the slideshow, again I'll choose from the beginning. This is the first slide, and then you'll get the second slide, and you'll see it is a little bit slow now because I have controlled the speed of the display, or I have controlled the speed of the transition. Now if I go to the next slide by clicking on the down arrow, or by clicking the mouse, you'll get the wind sound, and you see that now it is a little bit slower because I've given for this as 8 seconds. All right, so this is all about slide transition. Now in case, okay, after the slide transition, let me go to the first slide. Let me choose the animation, right? So animation, you will see here animation by default it is none, right? Like before, when we go to the slide transition, by default it is none. Then if you wish to apply, you can choose any one from here, and you can choose the speed and the sound as well. Now if I go to the animation, by default it is none. Now in case if you want to apply some animation in this, what you have to do is that you have to select the content, or in other words, you can select the points, or you can select the words that you need to apply the animation. For example, if I want to apply the animation for music, what I have to do is that I will simply select this word music and then go to the animation. If you remember before, right, if you remember, if I simply go to the animation, it was disabled before. Okay, now see, for example, this one, if you simply choose a slide, if you go to animation, by default it is disabled. You cannot do anything with this. See, I cannot click on this. But now if you want to apply, so the first thing is that you have to click here, click on the title, or you click on the body of the slide. Then you will select the particular paragraph or particular line that you want to apply the animation. Now for example, if I want to apply the animation for music, what I have to do is that I have to click here and then select the word music. Now if I go to the animation, I can choose, by default it is none, so I can choose any one from here, right? For example, if I want to choose this, what will happen is that you'll get that. Now if I want to choose this, you will get that. Then if you want to choose this, you'll get that, and so on. It depends how you like to display your animation. Now let me choose this. Okay, then after that I can simply, if you wish that in each one of these, we have 3 points here, if you want each one of this to display the same animation, you can choose all. Otherwise, if you want to display it each one of them in different animation, you can choose it one by one. All right. So for example, if I choose this as this one, you'll get that. The next, you will choose this, you can apply anything, you'll get that. Then I'll choose this, maybe I'll apply with this, so you look at that. Now in the next, again it'll be the same thing. You will choose this, you will go to the animation, you apply anything you wish to apply. Now for this, let me simply click everything, okay, every points of that. Then let me apply with the blinds. Okay, this is the animation. I will get everything at once, and then I will choose this. For example, I will choose spin for the heading, and then the rest I will select everything. Again, like if you wish to apply it one by one, you simply have to select it one by one. Otherwise, if you want to apply everything in one animation, you will select everything like that, right? Let me apply 3 for one animation, and then the next is you choose this 2, you apply some other, right? So now especially this animation is very important when you have to present your presentation by going to the slideshow. So when I click here, I will start from the beginning. So now I have applied for the transition as well as the animation. You will understand when we present it by clicking at the slideshow, right? So when you present, the first thing you have to do is that you will go to the slideshow, so that everything you will see your slide in the full screen. All right, so I'll choose from the beginning. So this is the transition. Then after that I have the animation. So animation, if you want to display it, you have to click the mouse, or you will click any key from your keyboard. All right, but particularly you have to click the down arrow key. So when I click that, I'll get this. Next, when I click, I'll get that, right? Next, when I click, I'll get that. I'll get that. See, whenever I click, I'll get, okay, the animation that they have applied, right? You will get that. Yeah, look at the sound as well. Now we have come to the second slide. First we got the transition, and then now we will get the animation. So whenever I click the mouse, or whenever I press the down arrow key, you'll get the animation. See, that is the animation, right? So that is the animation. Now we are coming to the third slide. This is the slide transition. We kept the speed for 8 seconds, that's why it's a little bit slow. Then when I press now, either when I press the down arrow key or when I click the mouse, I'll get the animation. So that is animation. Then finally we come to the end of that, because we have 3 slides now. But regarding with the animation, okay, you will choose any one of the options given in this box, or you will go to the custom animation. Now for example, if you want to go to the custom animation, what you have to do is that you will click here like that, right? You will see numbering here. So first I'll get this, then I'll get number 6, then I'll get number 7 and number 8. Now for example, if you want to remove this, if you want to remove the animation of the music, you simply select the music and go to the right side of the window, then you click on remove. You will see that number 1 is no longer displayed here. Also, so before this is number 1, number 6 and so on, but now you'll see it comes to number 2, 1, 2 and 3. Now again, if you want to remove this, you simply select that and then remove. Alright, so now if you want to customize, means you want to do it by yourself, you simply select the topic, the heading, or maybe any word or paragraph, select that and go to the add effect. Right, so you get more in the custom animation. So you look at this, then but when you are doing with the custom animation, you'll see the numbering. Now again, if I want to apply the animation for this, I will select that, then again go to the add effect. Now I will choose anything from here. Maybe I'll choose this, or maybe I'll choose this, or maybe this one. So let me just click this. You'll get that. You see, first it will display the music, the second you will display the first point. Now in case if you want to display the third point, you can do so by selecting this one first, okay, and then apply that. Then finally you can display this, right? So first, when you go to the slideshow, first thing it will display the music, second it will display the first point, then third it will display the third point, and then fourth it will display the second point, if you wish to do so, like that. Okay, so you'll see the numbering. When you go to custom animation, you will see the numbering. So by looking at the numbering, you will understand when you present or when you keep a slideshow, first it will display according to the numbering. Now for example, if we want to go to the slideshow with the first slide, you will see it will display according to the number. Right, so if I go to the slideshow and then again from the beginning, first we have the slide transition. When I click next, I got that animation, if you remember. Okay, then we have the first point, then we have the third point, and finally we get the second point. Okay, but remember, when you go to the slide, when you go to the animation, especially if you want to give the custom animation, you have to choose accordingly, right? For example, you want to display the music, then after that you want to display the first point, second point, and third point. So you have to select according to what you want, right? So I hope you understand, and in case if you have any doubts, you can always comment in the comment section below.